Sheila and I are ready to dance. Are you?
Hey, yeah, I can dance. Who's Sheila?
Hi friends, welcome! Season 6 is officially live. I know a lot of people were disappointed that we're not getting Olympus as the new map this season, but the team at Respawn have actually done a pretty decent job in giving us some really great updates. We've got so much stuff to look at. I guess the crafting system is perhaps the newest introduction. So I'll tell you how crafting works in Apex Legends Season 6. And then I'll show you a few of the other things that have changed in Season 6. I'll give you a peek at Rampart as well, but I'll actually do a separate video covering Rampart in more detail, just so I can share some actual usable tips that help you improve the way you play with Rampart. And I have a few tricks as well that I can show you. Also in that video on Rampart, I'll do my Apex coin giveaway as I promised, so one of you can win enough coins to go and buy a Season 6 Battle Pass. Let's jump onto the video for today though. So first things first, how does crafting work in Apex Legends Season 6? Because it's new, it's good to look at how we can best utilise it. It's actually quite a good system, so you have to pick up materials from around the map. But the good thing is you can actually see them on the map, so you can see where they are, and even when you're flying into land, it gives you an option to mark where those materials are hidden. Once you've collected materials, you can then head to the replicator, and these replicators are again dotted around the map, which you'll be able to see. And these replicators have a selection of items. Some of these items are permanent, some vary daily and others vary weekly. You'll always typically get a weapon with attachments available, and those attachments typically relate to that weapon, but can be used on any other weapon. For example, the ×1 thermal scope. The attachment's are always compatible. One cool thing is you can level up your Evo shield here, I think by about 100 points. So basically you deposit your armour and it spits it out with an additional 100 points. Now if you're close to the boundary of upgrading your armour already, because you've done some good damage, then this could easily take you to the next level, from a purple to a red for example. So this could be quite a useful feature. One other interesting thing is any loot that spawns in the replicator won't be available on the ground as floor loot. So for example, the R301 and the anvil, if they're in the replicator, you won't find them on the floor. Just something to be aware of. Anyway, that's how crafting works. So yeah, go check your map and look out for those because they could come in quite useful. Now let's talk about armour next, because there's been quite a big armour change. And this will affect the armour meta quite a lot in the game, but probably in a good way, or at least in my head. So now everyone lands with level 0 Evo armour. So that means it looks like you don't have a shield, but actually as soon as you start doing damage, your shield level will start going up, and that's going to be a really positive thing. It means early damage that you do straight away early on in the game will still be of benefit. The other cool thing is that you can still pick up armour that's white, blue, purple on the ground, but those are actually just pre-leveled up Evo shields, which means you don't have to make the sacrifice of choosing a blue or a purple over the Evo shield now, because any blue or purple you pick up, you can still level up to get to that red, which is pretty awesome. One other thing to note is that the points for each shield has dropped by 25 points. So the red Evo shield is now no longer 225, that means 200 is the max you can get. It may look a little strange to start with because you'll only get 3 bars for the purple and gold, which maybe seems a bit strange, but I think it works better with the meta, especially as you now have Evo armour all the way through the game. Let's have a quick look at Rampart, but do keep a lookout for my video where I go into a bit more detail with some tips and tricks that you can make use of for Rampart. Firstly, I think it's pretty cool that she can put down 5 walls in one go. So that's her tactical. She can deploy these walls, which are kneeling height, but then have an A wall for the second part. So you can stand behind half of it, which is an A wall, which also increases your fire output, your damage output as you fire, which is pretty cool. And she can deploy 5 of those, so you can literally create a barricade for yourself and your team. One other cool thing is her ultimate, which is a minigun essentially. She can put 3 down at one time. I mean, it's 1 per ultimate charge, but any 3 can be on the map at any one time, which is pretty cool because it means her whole squad can have miniguns. The next topic I want to look at is the Vault, because this is the new weapon that comes in Apex Legends Season 6, and it's a really cool gun. So the R99 is now a care package weapon, and that might be a bit sad, although it has some good buffs. It's going to be quite rare to pick up, but what that does mean is we've got the Vault as its kind of replacement. It's very similar to the R99 except with energy ammo. It's very fast firing. The only downside I would say is it feels like it doesn't have enough ammo. I would like a bit more ammo. If you miss your shots without any kind of attachments or extended mags, you're kind of going to be in trouble. Whereas if you can pick up an extended mag for it, it makes it actually a really strong gun. And a pretty decent replacement for the R99, I would say. For sure, if I ever see a vault on the map, I'm going to be picking it up. Next, let's look at the Holo Sprays, because the Holo Sprays are new. And it looks like every legend has one or two that you can buy with crafting metals, but I think some might even have more. And if you buy the Battle Pass, or if you win the coins I'm giving away in my next video to buy the Battle Pass, you will get 5 within the Battle Pass as well. So that's a pretty decent reward in the Battle Pass. Okay, so that's Holos. Oh, don't forget, quests are also back, but they're a little bit different. Sadly, we don't have that PvE mode anymore, but we do have these really cool comic strips. And I think ultimately it looks like they're moving to try and have some kind of animated cinematic running through as the quest storyline. So it might be eventually maybe season 8 or something, we'll actually get animated clips that we can watch, which will be amazing. It'll be like a mini-series, an Apex Legends mini-series, which will be awesome. But for now, we get these cool comics. I won't go through the first one now. I'll put it up in a separate video so you can read through it. But they are quite cool. I've read the first one. It's pretty entertaining. Good designs and everything. You still need to collect your treasure packs to unlock these comics, and they work in the same way. By the way, a top tip for the treasure pack. Did you know if you collect a treasure pack, you can actually pick up more than one in a given day? That's because it resets every 24 hours, but that 24-hour period is fixed. For me in the UK, it's 6 PM to 6 PM. That means I can pick up one treasure pack at 3 PM and then come back after 6 and pick up another treasure pack that same day after 6 PM. Not many people know about that one. And to be honest, that's kind of all I wanted to cover in this video. I mean, there are a bunch of weapon, legend and map changes, but I'll try and explore them in later videos where I show more gameplay and maybe give more tips. They'll come up naturally. I guess the only main things I would highlight are perhaps the recon legends. They can all activate survey beacons, and there have been some changes, but nothing massive like Mirage got last season. I would say there are some good things to Bloodhound, Pathfinder and Crypto, but definitely go check them out because some of the meta has changed around the legends' abilities. So do read the patch notes. I'll put a link down below in the description for you to read in a bit more detail. One other thing around the weapons, I guess, is the care package weapons are now heirloom red rather than gold, and that's because we've got these fully kitted gold weapons, and it was getting a bit confusing. So they've made this change, and we will still have the fully kitted gold weapons available. They have changed which weapons are available as those gold fully kitted weapons, as you can see on screen now, but the heirloom red you'll see now on the care package weapons, and it actually does look pretty cool, and it just makes them feel a little bit more special, to be honest. One other thing is we do have the devotion back along with the turbocharger and the extended energy mag. Again, all I think are pretty powerful when you combine them all together, so I'm pretty happy we've got the devotion back. Anyway, that's kind of it. There are some other weapon changes and legend changes like I mentioned, so go check out the patch notes. Probably some bigger map changes, which again I'll try and cover in a separate video just so this video isn't super long. I hope this was useful. I hope now you've got a better idea of how to use the new crafting system in Apex Legends, and you've got a good insight into some of the new things that have come with the Season 6 update. I hope you enjoy Season 6. Look out for my other Season 6 videos and make sure you're subscribed to make sure you don't miss out on my giveaways for Apex coins. I thank you all for watching and I'll catch you later.